body very early. I guess you had this virus ticking in your body very, very quickly.
I did. I was very, I felt very blessed, and I still do, because I knew I wanted to be a director from a very young age. And I got a Super 8 camera back in the late 70s, and I started making films. But I lived in a building in the 70s called the Carriage House, or maybe it was the early 80s, I don't remember. And the only people in the building were about from 80 to 100 years old. All my actors. There was one young guy who lived in the building, and he's my best friend. Is he here, George Perez? No.
He's on his way.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll wait for his clip. He's trying to get here, but he acted in. He was in my films, and the only people who were in the films were the people who lived in the building, or my mom, my grandparents, her friends, you know. And so I was constantly making short films, and I saw a movie when I was 10 years old called Raging Bull, and I watched it over and over again. I was obsessed with the film, and I saw the name director Martin Scorsese, and I said, well, how did he become a director? I started asking around, and someone said, well, there wasn't the internet where you could just type in someone's name and Google it, and someone said, well, he went to NYU Film School. I said, well, that's where I'm going to go. So I was determined to go to NYU. Like, if you're an you want to be an astronaut, you have to go to Aeronautical Engineering School. At the time when you want to become a director, you got to go to film school. So I, you know, living on Collins Avenue and having kind of the building was kind of my set, and the streets of Miami Beach were my set. There was really nothing going on down here. I mean, it was literally Miami Beach was just, you know, it was not like it is today.
But there was some stuff happening on Miami Beach at that time. Maybe we can look at something right now.
Okay, well, all right.
John is ready to say.
Well, basically, I would skip school every day, and I found out they were shooting a movie in Miami Beach, and this was the movie.
Come here, homie. Who you gonna clean? Quiet, just hang back. Come here. Very good.
That's me right there.
Yes, sir. Hey, take a look over there. You see that banana? Watch that.
And then I'm on the left. And then I'm on the right. And they start to walk.
Come on, come on. What I tell you? Lesbian. What I tell you? This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the power, then you get the ball.
Okay.
That's why I'm making your moves.
So I would skip school every day. One amazing thing happened there was that I was always standing by the camera and trying to watch them, and it was the first time I'd ever seen Steadicam. I don't know if you guys know what a Steadicam is, but put a camera on it for those of you who are filmmakers, and so you can walk with the camera. So you don't have to hold the camera. You can actually, it's like a balance system that you walk with the camera. And I would always hang around and watch Al Pacino really closely acting. And maybe at that point, I think I wasn't sure. Obviously, I didn't know I wanted to be a director. I was watching Al Pacino, and I thought, well, maybe I could be an actor. But he was so amazing doing this. I knew he wasn't Cuban, and he was so amazing doing this Cuban Camilo. He was so amazing doing this Cuban accent that I was like, you know what? I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy telling him what to do. You know, I wanted to be the director, so I got to watch Brian De Palma. I saw Oliver Stone, who was the writer who was hanging out on set, and cut to 20 years later, I'm already a film director, and someone asked me to edit a magazine, and they said, what would be your perfect idea for the magazine? I said, I want to get 5 film directors like myself to photograph their favorite actor that they hadn't worked with yet. Which is a great way for you to meet an actor. So somebody picked Warren Beatty, someone else picked, Michael Douglas, and I picked Al Pacino. So I called his agent. I said, "This is Brett Ratner. I'd like to meet Al Pacino to take a picture of him for this magazine." And they said, "Well, he's really busy, but maybe he can spare some time. I'll let you know where he's going to be." So they call me back, and they say, "Al Pacino is going to be, come in, sit down. sit in front. Take the jacket. Sit there, George. Excuse me, sir." So Al Pacino, so I say, Al Pacino is going to be in a movie theater, and you have 5 minutes with him to take a picture. I meet him in the photo booth. In the projection booth of the movie theater, and I set up my camera. I'm there like 2 hours early because I wanted to be prepared because I knew I only had 5 minutes. So I take a picture of him and I tell him the story that I was a kid on the set of Scarface, and I said, "You know, I watch you act, and I go, you're the reason I became a director because I don't want to become an actor after watching you. I wanted to become a director. I wanted to be the guy telling you what to do." And he goes, "Now's your chance. Where do you want me to stand?" And I took a picture and I sent it to Al. And he said, "This is the best picture anybody's ever taken." I don't really believe it.
And I promise you, I'm not going to read this whole thing.
Okay.
But I will read a portion of it. And it says, "Whereas the Miami World Cinema Center is celebrating your life and work today, Miami Beach's most accomplished filmmaker, Brett Ratner has established himself as one of Hollywood's most successful directors and producers, with 8 feature films grossing over $1.5 billion worldwide." Wow. That's pretty impressive. One of a handful of guys here, one of a handful of directors in history to make a $100 million grossing film before the age of 30. Wow. So you've done many things, and I'm sure this is just the start of much more we're going to see from you. So on behalf of the mayor, Matty Herrera-Bauer, today, Friday, May 13, 2011, I, as Commissioner of the City, proclaim it Brett Ratner Day.
Brett Ratner Day.
So what do I give the man who has everything, right? If you don't know it, Brett is an amazing photographer. Amazing. If you look at his work, he's got a book. But this combines your love of photography, beauty, and Miami.
Oh, thank you.
This is from Miss Bunny Yeager.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And this is from her first photo session
Wow.
with Betty Page.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
On behalf of the Miami World Cinema Center, we wanted to give you something to reminisce of your filmmaking days back in Miami.
Oh, cool.
So we were actually able to find this camera, which is a color camera created on February 1985. And the front says Brett Ratner, Miami's sharpest shooter, 2011 WCP Tribute Honor.